What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Episode 3! Finally made it. I'm really happy because if you know, last time we started drawing after a long time as I'm fixing my mask. It always looks weird last minute. But anyways, by the way, hello YouTube, hello Twitch. Thank you for being here. Last time we were just freestyling, just warming up, and then I got this idea to draw this character, and then I fell in love with it, and I like it. So here we are. We're going to ink it now that we penciled it. I also noticed I went to my favorite thing, which is an anime face straight on. That looks weird, you know, like face hugger. But it's one of my favorite things to do, and it's like my favorite study of a character. So it makes sense that it was my go-to for my first go-around. What's really challenging is if I could do other gestures and storytelling elements of even the angles of the face and expressions, because this is very simple. But like I said, we're warming up, and I did see the last time I drew, which is the last time I did a live drawing, and it was 2 years ago. 2 years I have not been drawing in this way for myself. I've been designing my storyboards, but that's like just drawing the outline, the blueprints of the character in sketch form, which I've done, but not going any more than this point. So let's check out the chat. I did see my boy Zadra is there. What's up, man? Thanks for cruising through. Glad you're here, brother, and hanging out. Pow pow. And Sean Franklin, shout out to you, man. Where you at? Oh, just drawing right here like before. And so we're done doing colored pencil. And if you want to check out a video, by all means, check it out. It's on my channel. Easy to find, like I am. Even by being shadow banned. So just because I say free Palestine too much and I tell people why. I don't know why equal rights is offensive to people, you know? I don't get it. But anyways, we're here. We're going to draw AEW Collision tonight. It was awesome. While I was tweeting, watching it, I was glued to the screen and my little screen trying to promote and share it because, you know, I want to share the hype and also get ready for this show that we're doing. So here we are. AEW Collision was fantastic, so I'm in a great mood. So I'm going to draw this and then have a good time like we did last time. Hopefully the music's not too loud. I'm always paranoid about that. And I'm using my phone. So my homies call me and messaging me. I have to wait till Collision is over and this one is out for me to get back at y'all. It's because I need to get another camera, but you know, we gotta do what we can. And I'm drawing with this, so it's not distracting when I go over to the drawing. And also, I got bug bites and I was itching them. I don't want to show you that. Ew. No way. So before I used mechanical pencil, 0.7 millimeters actually. This is the Comfort Mate Ultra. I like it because it has that, and that's very comfortable for my digits here to use. It is perfect. I like the pinch here and it going up. Honestly, one of my favorite stores is Office Depot. Some people like Home Depot. I like Office Depot just because of the little. Because the stuff I like to draw is pencil, pen, and color pencil, you know? So I don't really need to go to the art places unless Office Depot, or Staples actually, does not have color pencils. I don't think we'll get to coloring today. Because I don't know if I want to color the original once we're done. Or if I like it in black and white in the ink, what I like to do is I just go to a copy machine and I'll make a copy and I color that. So for the colored version, so I could have the penned original version as well, being as is and not drawn in any other way. So I don't think we'll use this except for the eraser. Might need the eraser because I don't know where I put my eraser. I have my art box and my other stuff, which I can show you guys later. But I don't know what happened to the eraser. So I might have to use this. It might go all the way down, but we'll see. I don't think so. Probably do half or a third. So we won't be doing this. By the way, speaking of pro wrestling, and then we'll get back to, well, we'll start this. But Yesterday was Winner's Circle Pro Wrestling's event. It was written 3, where the Ultimate Athlete, J-Rod, went for the women's title, didn't win. She did her finisher into a turnbuckle, and then, when your own powerful moves, energy is used against you, that's the perfect way to get a pin, and that's what the defending champion did. So well played there, but mark my words, J-Rod will be a triple champion one day. Man, she should be the belt collector. But yeah, she gave me this. Woohoo! Kojay, you already know. Love J-Rod. Yeah. She is awesome. I've been wowed by her the first time I saw her at Venue Wrestling in the Indies. And been rooting her for ever since. So, J-Rod is awesome. The Ultimate Athlete. Go to Pro Wrestling Tees and buy her t-shirt. I'll put the link in here when we're done, because I'm waiting for mine to come in the mail. I would have worn it yesterday, but it didn't come in the mail yet. So I felt a little bad, but I did wear my Serena Deeb shirt, as you can see in the pictures on my social media. Where did I post it? Oh yeah, I posted on Twitter, X, and post on Instagram. But check it out. I have to check it out, because I got a lot of messages. And when I'm watching wrestling and when I'm using my devices to put on the show, it takes a while. So bear with me. Bear with me. Da, da, da. And we're going to get started. Wait, by the way, let's show you the screen. I have to be my own VJ here. One man show. You know how it goes. Like and subscribe if you like the show. All right. Exit solo layout. All right, here we go. Can I adjust it a bit? There we are. She's actually left where we last had her. All right. I'm doing the best way I can with the lighting. Does that make it better? Or should I go closer? I don't know. All right, best not to F with it, all right? So pen-wise, I'm using 2 pens. I forgot to tell you. By the way, you're free to draw with me too. Draw what I'm doing or do something else. We're here to chill. We're here to relax. We're here to have a good time. So the pens I'm using is a Pilot G2 gel pen 5. You want a thick line to be available. And if you need to do a lot of black coloring in, my favorite pen, the Sharpie. Use this one, but use it wisely. If we use this, I'm going to put another paper behind it so I don't bleed too much on my table, because I love my table. It's rare I have nice things. I was about to say lice. I can't have lice. I'm bald. So, and we're going to use for our thin lines Simply pen. It is 1.0. So that's what we're going to do. Hey, thank you, brother. You know what? You're looking good too. What's also looking good is Zod Rider's film. He's making One Punch Dan completely digitized in the AI abilities and machines. So to see a full-length feature that is AI by the mind of Zod Rider, be on the lookout for that. Follow his socials. You know what I'm saying? He's dropping lots of gems. And get an idea what's in store, or do you? He tells me the story is very complex and deep, high concept or artsy. I don't know if he's going to be like very Zack Snyder or V for Vendetta, or if he's going to be like warped, kind of Takashi Miike. I don't know, but I'm looking for it. Or some we've never seen before. I'm excited for it. So shout out to my boy Zodra, who always, all the times I've known him, with everything going on crazy in fandoms, he's always been real with me in 100 and a good friend. Babylon 5, baby. So let's get to it. Exactly, your own style. Yeah. When I started doing martial arts as a kid, one of my uncles said, "So you're going to be the next Bruce Lee?" I was like, "No, I'm going to be the first me." He's like, "Oh, okay." See what I'm telling you? Art. Let's go. And besides, it's non-studio, so that's won me right from the get-go. All right, so make sure there's life in the pen. So I'm just going to scribble a little bit. There we go. It does feel weird with the gloves, so I got to be careful here. All right. And this is like right in my face, so I got to be careful too here. So usually I'm like in it, you know. But for the stream, I'll draw this way. But it's kind of cool. I'm learning from afar. You know what? I said put a paper behind it. I might have to do that right now. I just realized I might use the Sharpie first. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a piece of paper. Slide it behind. Also, what's cool is if you don't like the texture of your board or whatever you're drawing on, put another sheet of paper or two just to soften the pressure to the paper from the pen. I'm not saying I'm the greatest artist, but these are just little things I do that, you know, hopefully help me do this better. There we go. I don't know how Alfred does it with these things, helping Bruce Wayne. So that being said, I am going to Sharpie in because I want to go with the eyes first here. Okay, I have to do this way. It does a weird. I don't think it completely gets it because I do little dabs because it's hard to see with the pencil. The lead is kind of creating another layer. You understand why Superman can't see this or see through it. Just a little bit. That saves time, man. And I'm going to the gel because these are thick lines here around the eyes, you know? Wait, let's give life. Oh, so it's not too jelly. It's still a little bit sharp. I thought it was a different pen. Just a little bit like that. Now, some things I will not ink in because I want the coloring to do that. Like I'm curious of all this space here on the wings of the butterfly. I'm wondering if I should ink them or wait till I get to the coloring part. Now, I don't like the traditional way of dipping a pen in ink like traditional comic artists do. That with that quill tip. I never liked that because ink just kind of, I mean, it's nice, bold, and strong, but at the same time, sometimes it bleeds too much, or maybe I just suck at it. That's why I don't do it. I mean, that could be true. Just do our strengths. Besides, that's all messy, and if it drops, I don't want to deal with that. See, this is already bleeding too much now. Just little, strokes. Follow it. I was watching Lethal Geeks earlier while I was setting this up. They got a stream going on now. Talking about Duper Man, as I like to call him. Now here we go, going down the eyes. That circle. I'm aiming for more of a curve. Let's see. Sorry if my hat's hitting the phone. I will get different music, I promise you. I was trying to do that before, but I was running out of time, and Omari's starting late as usual. So I gotta get better at that. I think that's a little bit too much right there. I should not have done that. Where I got the thing to go here behind the eye. I think that's kind of weird. So I'm just gonna ignore that. And not do that ever again. All the little things. Hope y'all's day was beautiful. You know, it was good. Had my easy morning. I need to do some prayers later. And then relax for the rest of the night. Or I'm gonna stay up kicking it with I have tentative plans with the homies, so I might do that after this. And continue working on my projects tomorrow. I have a lot of editing to do for my movie, but I love it. Editing's my favorite part. One of my favorite parts. Actually, storyboarding the thing is one of my favorite parts. And then editing at the end, it's like the two things connect. These are just little dashes. I'm going to do a bunch. Not too much here. See, I left it white, so I want the shine to happen here. It's a little gentle. This will all make sense when the color kicks in. Cool. Now, we can go on this side. Let's do the other pen. And be like, oh, this shit's so simple. Well, if it is, then you're probably a really fantastic artist. I do want to get better at drawing because if my stuff's cool, I'm going to make some t-shirts. It's going to be sold on my own site that I'm building. Well, I already got it. I just got to get the content for it. You know what I'm saying? So you can buy some Kojay t-shirts. And my logo, if y'all remember it when I teased it. See, I like what I did here for the eyelid. I mean, the eyelash. It went out and dipped in. This one's too close to the eye right there. That's why I don't like that. You know, maybe we'll just have it like that. Make me feel better. You know, maybe our makeup team, you know, one girl was doing one eye and one girl was doing the other eye, you know what I'm saying? Because she had to get her match on. I hate when my shadow gets in the way of my hand. My shadow taking form. Da, 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 da. Y'all listen to Tool? You're gonna love Tool. I'm gonna go over this again actually. I think next time I do the Sharpie, I'm gonna do it when we erase the pencil. It does this weird bubbling thing. I don't like. I'm just always checking, so I'm not ignoring any of you. All right, let's do what I've done before. Now, what I like to do, I like to do half lines towards the bottom. Very scratchy. Cool. Now, let's get some of the rest. You gotta think a name of this for this character. Maybe name her after a butterfly or the action of flying. Or something with royalty. Or a combination of the two or the three. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you noticed earlier, I went through whatever lengths I could go to make sure that the eyes were even. I personally don't do that with eyebrows because to me, eyebrows are never even. There's either something going on with one and the other. And sometimes for some people, it's the eyes themselves too. One of my art teachers, actually all the art teachers told me first that, all right, the level of the eye is leveled with this, the level of the nose is leveled with this, and these two together, the eyes and nose, are leveled this way to level with the ears. I'm like, wow, if everyone's so symmetrically perfect, leveled up, why does everyone look different? I always wondered that. But, you know, I was like, all right, I'm here to listen, not to critique the teacher. Then later on, a teacher in my other advanced classes said the same story. I was like, okay, here we go again. Then continued the story, or not the story, but the reasoning and the study. And he said, all right, so the eyes and the nose are all leveled here. Now, what makes people unique is how these rules are broken or changed per person. And I was like, then you understand the individuality of people's features. And then you get used to that. And then you don't get used to just like, you know, color of skin or color of hair or big lips or eyes. You see more features. And then you see more how people actually look alike, no matter how color this and that is, you know? And you see more similarities, which is actually more challenging and powerful for your mind. If your mind is always looking for differences, that's easy. So you train your mind to think easily when you focus on differences. When you focus on similarities, it's actually harder. But if you get used to focusing on similarities, you're training your brain to be seeing more than what's first front layer. You see like maybe deeper, three-dimensional, whatever, but you see deeper into the truth of, you know, more commonality, which is apparently difficult for the mind or more challenging. But if you get used to that, you have a more stronger mind. And I'm saying that based on the work I do, where I test patients to see if they have any memory issues and whatnot. So we test their strengths in a certain series of questions. So this is not even, that's okay. The line here, I don't mind that because sometimes masks how they're built. There's some imperfections. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of weight here. And then continue. Line work is some of my favorite part because it feels like the same type of stuff you do when you're coloring, because the picture's already there. You're just kind of adding to it to enhance it. I don't even know what color her mask should be. We're gonna find out. I don't know if you're here, still here, Zab, but you have a character too that does R&B singing and is starred in your movie, right? So this had a curve. Make sure this curves up. This curve doesn't curve the same way, I noticed. I'll go a little higher, change the plans. That's what you get to do when you're doing inking. This is further from our eye. See how close this is? So I think it needs to go further out. It's a bit. I don't want to go too far because then my mind is losing the plan. It's like, oh, what did you draw? Now, the traditional comic way of shading with all the scratches and going lines this way and lines going that way, it looks kind of cool, but also looks kind of furry. Like, it adds a texture that I don't necessarily like for black and white and coloring over for. Sometimes it's cool, but I like strong lines and heavy lines, like how anime does it. So, the only way I would do it is like the eyes that we see right here. But when we color it, I feel all those shades and shadows should happen with colors. Now, what I like about the crow that James O'Barr did, what he did with the crow, it was all drawn in pencil. There's no ink work whatsoever. What he did is he just upped the contrast. Not for all the pictures though. Or frames or panels in James O'Barr's The Crow. There was this, I think it was heaven or whatever afterlife in that story it was, but it was a train and Eric Draven was inside and he was looking out and he saw like a running horse. All that was drawn with pencil, not over, and you could tell with the line work and the shading and the smudging. I think there was smudging, but there was good shading work he did with the pencil, and he didn't up the contrast or didn't do it as much. It was very, very beautiful. I was kind of hoping we'd see that scene in the movie, but it didn't make the movie. But a lot of the comic did. That's why I wasn't impressed with the remake, because the remake wasn't really like Crow 5 or Crow 6 like I was hoping for. It was a retelling of Eric Draven's story, and I didn't like that because it's not based on anything other than IP and the basic structure of the characters. And they just kind of did their own CW TV movie thing, which might have been cool with some of the action, and I'm sure the cast and crew worked really hard on it. But the overall concept I wasn't sold on. If it was a different character entirely and then just a crow picking another soul, like in the story it does, hell yeah, I would have been for it. But since they called him Eric Draven and did that, I didn't like it. So you can't really mess with a masterpiece with something totally opposite, you know? Here's my man. What is he saying? Crow's a masterpiece. The remake should never happen. Yeah, it hasn't. That's why I'm not going to watch it. So in my mind, it never did happen. So I don't need to. I don't need to, man. I don't need to. I do hope the last Ronin for Ninja Turtles happens and they use the actress from 1990s Ninja Turtles. She's in a deleted scene for the Jonathan Liebesman Ninja Turtles that was produced by Michael Bay. I actually like that one a lot. So I'm making a Kojay cut of it where I put scenes in and take scenes out. So I'm gonna do that project probably sometime soon. Might turn into a cool watch party. Then anyone can watch it. You just have to watch it on my Plex once I get that going, or I'll give you a link like I do. Here we go. Oh, and Zod, something about earlier. I haven't checked it out yet. I will though, brother, and thank you. Always being a good guy, man. At least by me. I believe you do all around. Alright, I don't want any bleeding mistakes here. It looks like we got a good flow with the pen. The ink coming out, so I'm not having any. A few times I've had the ink explode and there's been a blotch of like blob ink everywhere, and I'm like, ugh. All right, I don't want this sharp. It's got a curve. There we go. Well, there is a point there, but it still curves a bit. I'm having this part go under it because I really want the idea that this part extends over the fabric. You know, like it hangs down. I don't know. I think I've seen some bugs where they have like some kind of tail-like thing. I want that for this mask. The trailer looked like an eyesore. I actually did a reaction on one of my Kojay's corners about it. Oh, forgot which one. It was on one of my variety show episodes. You can see there, I was like pausing and dissecting it. I was like, yo, maybe I should dissect more trailers. And I was like, oh wait, no, I can't make that a thing, because then I'd have to spend time with trailers of movies I don't like. So I don't want to do that. I leave that for people who are better at that than I. It's some things I don't want to turn into work, and there's certain things I want to give to you as my audience and the audience out there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the beautiful thing about content creation. Someone's covering something. This kind of looks like another earlobe, right? Like an upside down Care Bear. It's gonna look better once I color it in. I just think for the Lucha mask, you know how we have these designs around? That's how I'm seeing it is. Whoa, what up? Chubby Teddy Monster Productions in the house. Master of the stop motion. What am I cooking? Hey, I'm cooking some drawings. Some I'm improvising in my mind. I don't even know who this is. We're figuring it out together. I'm saying hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. That means a lot because I'm trying. I'm trying, man. You guys gotta check out my boy Chubby Teddy Monster. I'm a huge Predator fan and I love animation. And what the brother does with stop motion is fun and cool. G.I. Joe's Aliens Predator, you know, it's great. Check it out, man. I can't get enough of it. Honestly, every time you post, I want to check, always make sure I don't miss one. All right, see, this one's thinner than this, so we got to fix that. Now we have the opportunity to do it. I'm going to do it with this fiery eyelash up here. In AEW, Thunder Rosa is mixing it up with Penelope Ford, who is really amazing in the ring. So I hope we get more Rosa and more Penelope, because they're phenomenal. Her husband, Kip Sabian, Penelope's, is in the ring now, which is great. He's excellent as well. All right, I don't like to get carried away here without giving attention to the other side. We lose the, as Chubby Teddy Monster said, the symmetry. How you doing, Chubby Teddy? Hope you're doing well, brother. Chubby Teddy gives love to Zodwriters and great work on your AI film. So it says he's putting everything he can into it and cannot wait for you to watch the film. Hell yeah! Dude, I can't wait for the One Punch Man. One Punch Dan. But, you know, One Punch Dan is the man. And we're gonna see the movie. I was gonna rap, but it sounded corny in my head. I was gonna do it. Yes, I do hold back sometimes. Oh my gosh. I'm checking the battery life on this phone. Yeah, last time I did this phone was like, it was like freaking hot. It was like, oh. Whoa! That is a lot of dogs. Dang, man. Are they all different sizes or around the same one? Or you mix it up? You got like your tank, your DPS, and your healer, or and your assassin dog. I don't know. You got a whole Super Sentai team, bro. Of dogs. All right, see, this one's a little bit longer, so I'm gonna blacken the tip a bit, like it's a new design on purpose, and I'll extend it. Sometimes I see comic books, they drew the leg muscle great, and then they add another curve on top of the muscle to make them bigger, and that's like something that doesn't even exist in anatomy. Like early days of Dragon Ball Z animation, they had a bicep and then a bicep. It's like, what? They got better though. Later. All right, see how this connects here and this goes higher? That's not around the same way. So I like how this is, so I'm going to make this one match best I can. So it goes here. These we can match best we can. And it looks like this curves out. It needs to curve down more. So that's what it's going to do. Since I don't know how that's going to go. Connects to the ears, which is why one ear doesn't look great, huh? This is nice and thick, so we'll go from the middle. And then we'll make this curve a little bit. Now we'll make it curve more because they have to meet. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Not too great either. All right. Okay, it is a little different, a little higher, but we did what we could, all right, to evenly match it up. I mean, you win some, you lose some. But hey, this is our first time drawing after 2 years. I think we could relax a little, huh? I'm saying that to the negative voices in my mind judging my work already. Man, it's crowded up there sometimes. I gotta wait for things to be silent before I do other stuff. By the way, thank you all for being here. There's not much going on. We're just drawing. All chihuahuas. Dang, this is awesome. An army of chihuahuas. Paw Patrol. Pedo Patrol, man. There's a lot of dogs. They're senior dogs. So they are low maintenance for the most part. Aw. It sounds like a lot of cuteness too. So we're gonna pause, not stop. Great. Looks great for a 2-year break. Nice, 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 nice. All right, we're back over here. We're all caught up. So this curves here. See, I have to get back to my drawing because for my film, that's gonna be a web series, essentially. I have to, or not have to, but in my mind I have to. But I want to make these little vignettes because my web series is gonna be 4 episodes, 3 episodes of series, and the 4th episode, it's all 3 episodes combined and extended or something. Then there's a reason for that too in the story. You'll know. I want to do these character vignettes, 3 of them, that come out before the web series happens. So when you see them in the story or in the background, it's going to have a little extra weight for my saga going forward. So to do that, I have to get back on drawing because I have a lot of drawing to do for it. The vignette characters is going to be very intimate and drawn because it is based off my own comic book characters that haven't seen the light of day until now, until my channel, because I'm going to dedicate to that series. It might be a separate channel too altogether. Actually, it will, not if. But this channel will, all my channels will connect, you know? So far, it's just this one. My voice. The Kojay verse. I'm okay with these not being perfectly symmetrical because the idea is that her mask is handmade. A lot of these are. My new mask is handmade, being made by Joe So's, actually. His channel is amazing and booping. He's one of my best friends. Little brother. Honored he's going to be helping me get my new face, as Rorschach calls masks. And happy to give him work, you know? Y'all help each other rise, you know what I'm saying? Alright. I like how this curves, so the reason I'm going to do this one is to get used to. Now you see the hair here? What I'm actually going to do, I'm going to change this. I'm going to make it look like the strap that goes around her head. So in my mind, she's got a strap here, and a strap going over, and on the back, kind of like Vader's mask. Zabar says, unfortunately, Pause Not Stopped is on hold because I have to wait for the quotes from studio executives to be able to be verified before I can legally release it. Ooh, that's delicious, man. Chubby says, that is awesome. I remember way back when you announced you were going to write it. Bro, hug to you for following through. I remember the Walter Amado quote, among others. Haha, yeah, man. Yeah. Release of Snyder Cut was such a crazy and beautiful story. So many things went on just to get something meaningful done. And then the most beautiful part to me, other than the film actually coming out and everyone being vindicated, was the good we did and the bonds we created, you know? Like, I'm so thankful to know you, Zod, you Chubby Teddy Monster, Bat Channel, Hamad, Ben W, Geo, Parademon 44, Mighty Pegasus, who goes by Mighty Draws now, one of his handles, Sufyan Lajenef. Shout out to the brother and his family. I gotta give him a call sometime soon. It's just hard with all these time zones. Buddy Mickey Mouse, huge collector, good friend. Pretty much everyone who's been a fan of and nodded in Snarka Fighters subjective reviews. T-Flame, Jeffrey Warfield. Super Hive, Bell Reeve. Jeff Purdy, Nasco, Will Rollins, my brother, Truth Face Love, Majovi, Paula, I say Truth Faith Love, if not, yeah. Fiona, RT Snyder Cut, man, so much stuff, man. So many. Igor Snowden, Boston Batman, make the Batfleck movie. So many people, man. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I ain't even naming everybody. It's like, can you name every single member of G.I. Joe right now? We'll probably get our favorites. My favorite G.I. Joe of all time is Dusty, actually. I really like Dusty. As I read more, I was like, Dusty's my guy. Friendships are the best part. Completely agree. Yeah. Retro Nerd Girl. I actually came across Mad's Mama Bear. As she was, yeah, Dusty was really cool. I liked him because he was so worldly educated and very respectful, even down to the T. I had a comic book back when Marvel had G.I. Joe. Man, that was the time. Marvel G.I. Joe, Marvel Transformers, and Marvel Conan the Barbarian. That was, to me, that was better than X-Men coming out. And that was back when the animated series of X-Men was coming out. But there was this issue where the Joes are somewhere in the Middle East, and then they're in a corner, and Cobra's shooting a lot of gunfire at them, and they've barricaded themselves in this alley, and with these cars, and Cobra just keeps shooting them. Now, in the comic books and the stories, G.I. Joe and Cobra, they shoot guns at each other. They don't shoot laser guns, and they hit each other, and people die. So the Joes are cornered here, waiting for reinforcements to arrive, but it's taking extra longer. So then there's this kid who gets in the middle. Cobra doesn't shoot the kid. Someone else is shot. I don't know who it is, and the kid is crying. Then Dusty's homie, I forgot his name, unfortunately. I don't know if it's invented just for that story, but he goes out to get the kid out of harm's way. He protects the kid, but then gets shot. Then the kid runs away to safety, and then he's like shot again, and he lays down. And he's bleeding out, but he's still alive. And then Dusty's like, yo, we gotta get him. Like, no, his other Joe's holding back. It's like, no, we can't get him. There's too much fire. We have to wait. And then Dusty tells a story real quick about how he made a promise to bring that soldier back to his mom, because Dusty spent Thanksgiving one holiday with his family. And she said she was really worried about her son going in combat. And he said, don't worry, I promise I'll bring him home. So his friend is bleeding out. Reinforcements haven't arrived to help the Joes. And also more enemies of Cobra have showed up to add more gunfire. So Dusty talks with the rest of his team, and they come up with an idea to go around and flank Cobra from flanking them. And if the plan gets spoiled, they're all dead. Thankfully, G.I. Joe gets around, they kill all the Cobra guys, and Dusty gets to his friend, picks him up, he's like, hang in there. So then there's a scene where time passes and they're going back to the base at, Joe Quarters, wherever it is in that region. And what's the doctor's name in G.I. Joe? The medic? He was in red, he looked like a Swiss Army knife, with its colors. Anyways, that guy comes out. And he sees Dusty's holding his friend who's bleeding, and he holds his wrist and checks him out. He's like, Dusty, this guy's been dead for hours. Why'd you bring him here, risking all your that long walk and all that? And he said, you know what? I made a promise to his mother. I would bring him back. And then the comic ends. I was like, dang, man. After that, I was like, Dusty's a real one, He's my favorite character of G.I. Joe. Oh, I remember the comic, and I got to get the cover. It was a cool cover. Once I find it, I'll show you guys. This sounds cool. I don't remember this G.I. Joe comic. Do you know what year this comic came out? Lifeline? You know what? I'll do a quick search because you got me really thinking. But I love G.I. Joe. That's how the comics were, and they're great stories. Mad Cow had them. Let's see. Comic covers. Marvel. It was under Marvel. It was the early 90s for sure. I'll find it. I still kept it somewhere. I just did a Google search of all their covers. Sometimes it shows up. It was a sick cover. They were like in a sewer, and it was 3 of them. If I don't find it, I have to go back to drawing. Man, these are all cool. No. It was a great story as a one-off. In the beginning, one and done. I call those standalones. It's a really good standalone issue. But that's GI Joe, man. I love GI Joe. To me, GI Joe represents the promise and devotion of what America stands for, as in being good. Unfortunately, especially with our foreign policies in real life, sometimes our actions resemble that of Cobra. And that's why I do activism stuff, because I believe in, the GI Joe version of America, where we stand for truth, justice, and freedom. So I'm always going to be a GI Joe. No way you're going to set me apart from being a GI Joe. Man, so many comics. It didn't show up in the search. Let me try this, Dusty. And if it doesn't show up, I'll do a search and I'll do a video for you for it. And I'll link it. I'll be like, yo, I found the comic book, bro. Or I'll do a short. All right, did Dusty. No, I'm not seeing it. No, that's not it. I'll look for it, man. I'll look for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't find it, so I'll go back to drawing. This is a great comic book, bro. G.I. Kojay. Thank you, man. Oh, man. That's why I like shit like Babylon 5, I could be G.I. Joe in space. That's why I like Fortnite, too. It feels like the G.I. Joe game that should have been. Because G.I. Joe, no one had powers. They just had James Bond gadgets, and anyone could be a badass. Just bring your skills to the table, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like about it. That's kind of how I see, like, communities, they're trying to do good stuff. Bring awareness for equal rights to Palestinians, Congolese, Sudanese, everybody. Staying against crime, G.I. Joe, baby. Give me pedal. Yeah, Zod's awesome. Thank you guys for being here. By the way, did you guys want to draw on your own and join the live? I'll send you a link. Only if you want. You don't have to. You can just chill here too. It can also be very boring. You're just sitting there as I'm having these moments where I'm like, just do. All right, I'm not gonna connect these because I don't know if I want to have this turn into the heart. You know what I'm saying? That could be very interesting. Since we're talking about G.I. Joe, my number one G.I. Joe piece of film and animation is G.I. Joe Resolute. Do I have that? Oh, it's somewhere here. That thing is great and hard to find. We have to co-watch party G.I. Joe Resolute and G.I. Joe Retaliation, the director's cut, or action cut, or extended cut, which is actually digitally available on Amazon, which I'm thankful for, because the G.I. Joe Retaliation, Dwayne Johnson's in that one. And despite that, it's a really good film. Because Dwayne Johnson, he's kind of like Jason Statham, always the same dude, in all his movies. So, I mean, not that that's wrong. That's kind of like what made Arnold Schwarzenegger an action hero so staple, So you gotta respect that. If you don't like it, watch something else. There's plenty of others. So, but that one is so cool, and it was a Best Buy exclusive on hard copy. But thankfully, Amazon has it digitally, though. That's the only way to watch it. All right, here's the hardest part. I want to get over it. The ears. I really like her ear on this side. But I'm gonna hug the inside so it's kind of more proportional to here. I kind of gave these DBZ like ears I pointed out. I was gonna give her earrings, but I wasn't sure. We haven't used the thin pen in a while because we haven't needed to. That's like a cheat. I could do the line here, but that's just too much. I want to keep it simple though. All right. Ah! I'm checking the battery of this. I don't want it to go out while we're drawing, you know? That would be disappointing, embarrassing, and no. You just see this screen here where I'm just looking at my screen. You don't know what I'm doing. I'm really tempted to do some Predator art sometime soon. The new Predator movie looks pretty cool, huh? Yeah, Resolute was killer. Starts out with Bazooka died. Totally great, right? Now, those of you who've seen G.I. Joe Resolute, you now know how the comics are. G.I. Joe comics are like that. And what's cool about G.I. Joe Resolute, they actually found a resolution between the love triangle of Scarlet, Duke, and Snake Eyes. At different points of the G.I. Joe saga, she was dating one of the guys or the other one. So there's kind of like this love triangle going on. She had a hard time with Duke, dedicated to work, and same with Snake Eyes, but Snake Eyes was different. He had time and he was loyal, but Snake Eyes was always a man of secrecy. He couldn't open up completely to Scarlet. Duke could, however, and I think later on Scarlet found out that she values someone who can open up to her than someone who can be closed off. Both are good men, but in the end she chose Duke over Snake Eyes. And then Snake Eyes is a man of honor and solitude anyway, so he can get over it. You just don't know how much it hurts him. But either way, Snake Eyes is still loyal. So, oh man, I just love G.I. Joe. You guys, how did we get talking to G.I. Joe? I probably brought it up. Chubby Nose. Resolute had such a great Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow fight. Yeah, and that was the first time I saw them tie in Zartan's origin with the loss of the Grand Master of the Arashikage. Yeah, I can't wait for the next Predator movie. Yeah. You see Alien, Romulus, Kojay, and Zadra? I actually have not seen Romulus. I gotta rent it. It's been hard to get my ass to the theaters lately because I'm really busy working on my movie. I even turned down an invite from the late JN. Looking back, I wish I didn't, because that would have been the last time I met and saw him before he died. He invited me to see Justice is Gray. First time it was in theaters, but I turned it down because I did an all-nighter shoot for my movie, and I was tired and I had work the next day, and I did have to transfer my video stuff or put it off the next day. I just want to dedicate to my movie. I love Zack Snyder, but if I'm going to take my work seriously as a director, my work and myself as a director, I have to place above Zack Snyder. If I place myself below Zack Snyder, I am limiting myself for someone I admire. Fuck that. I am on the same level as Zack Snyder, or I'm greater. I have to think that in my mind because I have to be the best I can be. And you can't think you're the best you can be if you place yourself below others, you know? So that's just how I think. That's why I don't, hero worship. I admire, I love work, I want to encourage that, but I don't worship anyone other than God. It's very simple. You did see it. It was all right. Oh, okay, you thought it was all right. Some people floorboard it, but people said it was cool. Yeah, the Zartan tie-in was well placed because then it gave Zartan more camera time and linked with the story because he did reference it later. Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's a creative mindset, but also you got to elevate yourself to make sure you meet your goals too. As long as you don't elevate yourself at the expense of others. I suspect that's how certain guns have made it up in the business. I suspect, I think we all do, right? So there's going to be a little hump right here. Here we go, the heart. Also, while I was watching and tweeting about my reactions with AEW Collision, I kind of want to do something with AEW on my channel. I'm working out. I think I might do reviews or watch parties, but then I like sitting back and watching it and tweeting about it because it's my fun time. So I don't want to lose that. So I'm going to figure it out. But I found out that the Royal Rumble was today. I don't watch WWE ever. Like I stepped far away from that. They broke my heart way too many times. I don't care. I'm still happy for the wrestler's success. Like, is Cody Rhodes still the champion? I don't even know. But apparently the Rumble is today. It's okay. I'm happy with AEW and Stardom. Those are my top two I watch. And the local wrestling, of course. Yesterday, Scorpio Sky was at the event, and he had a great match with the local wrestler. All right, this could be thicker, but you see what I mean? It's not perfect, but hey, we do what we can. Exactly 7 personal deadlines and medium. Yes, bro. Yes, we have to, because if we don't do it, our vision won't happen. It's a lot. It's a lot. See, I already got a lot of overlapping, so I didn't want to do too much overlapping. So this little thing here is going to be overlapping. See? I was confident about that. I just did one. Let's go over it one more time to give it more thickness. By the way, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff drawing on my channel. Like, draw with me even. Alright, she's looking gorgeous, man. Let's finish the rest of the Mothra-like stuff here. Oh, you're not going to see the tips of the top. Ooh, the paper behind it does feel different. So I recommend do paper behind. Another sheet of paper when you draw. Give it that extra press. I could feel the difference when I go over where the paper ends. All right, that took a lot of concentration for some reason. Hey, yeah, thank you. How come it's already not? I don't give you moderator stuff. I thought I did. I'll fix that in a bit, bro. Don't worry. I don't remember last time I saw the anime red line. Is it on any streaming app? I kind of screwed that one up. So there we go. I'm just gonna add a little extra weight line bubble to even it out. I kind of gave her a Queen Aminata strong stern look. That's what I thought. Red line years ago. Oh, nice. The thing interesting about anime is that they have these features for each character that's very similar to each other. See, I'm fixing the chin here. Kind of went up too much on this side. That's why in anime they really focus on hair colors, eye shapes, and eye colors, because those things are what really helps differentiate the characters from each other when they have a uniform as eye style and all that. Oh, it's on Amazon. Yo, I'll check it out. I'll check it out, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I love recommendations. Now the lips. Mwah. Fun part. I'll put a little dip here because there's always a dip. A little bit in the lips. And let's do a little curve. And I do want the lips to be bigger. So we're focusing on that. Let's do that dip out here. Screwed up a little bit, but not too bad. We can still save it. Now, lips with female characters, you could totally change too, because it could be thicker, thinner, or bottom lip is thicker, top one is thinner. all these kind of things, you know. Yeah, it kind of does, because if you look at Western animated characters and Eastern, and when I say Eastern, I primarily mean Japanese. Um, the drawing style is based on whatever's commercially big at the moment. When 1930s with superheroes, the art was always the art students were always studying classical art. So you would find or hear stuff like Stan Lee and other artists say, go to museums and study sculptures. They would always study the muscle structures of characters. That's why you always see the whole tights with superheroes. It's because a lot of artists are classically or traditionally trained to look at the form of the body. So when you make a superhero, why would you make a superhero with like a jumpsuit when you could just draw muscle structures and say, oh, it's tights, and then do some lines here and add a couple things, and then boom, you got the body, because they focus on the form. Now in Japan, their anime stuff started after they were like being used to do art for Americans. But in Japan, you have to understand, Japan is the fashion capital of the Eastern world there. I don't know if it is now, but for a while back then, they were the Paris of the, fashion. Fashion is all like in Paris, right? Or known. So Japan for fashion in the East was what Paris was for the West. So what do they focus on? They focus on clothes. And that's why you'll see in Japan, in Japanese anime, they focus more on the fashion. That's why they don't have tights. That's why a lot of the characters are thin, like a model, a runway model. And you'll see they focus more on the design of the clothing, the pants, the dresses, the gowns, the suits, the coats, the jackets, the boots, and whatever, and hairstyles also. So that's why anime looks the way it is. It's not focused on the body form as much as Western is, because traditionally we focus on the body form for how art is used in the industry. So over there in Japan, it's more fashion. That's why you'll see that more Japanese superheroes have more suits and clothes. And in America, we're kind of barely clothed sometimes, or we're just in those freaking tights. That's why you see that big difference with the two cultures in animated styles. It's really, really cool. It's fascinating. It makes some sense. You really see in the Cyber City OEDO. Yeah, you do. That's a perfect example. All right, so her hairline is here. I kind of want to, so we're bringing out a pencil. So her hair is kind of poofy. So we're going to pretend the top of her skull is here. So this is where I want the Vader line to be. And usually hair pops out of it, and curves over. So her hair is going to be poofed up because she's going to have a lot of hair that comes out. So when I draw it, I just had to do this, so we can make sure we get that there. Now my favorite part, the hair, because the hair is overlapping. I want to draw that first before we get to the neck. So when I do hair, I do my favorite shapes, and then everything else complements according to that shape. Now hairstyle wise, not really from anime I got inspired by, but I got inspired by Jim Lee's hairstyle ways, because he would do the same thing, shapes. Well, not do the same thing, he did it, and I'm just doing what he did, kind of, and then doing the anime flair. But I like going over the shapes I like first. So I like this thing going on here, so I'm gonna go with that. I have a feeling her hair should be orange, and her gear should look purple, but with other colors, but strongly purple. That's what I'm getting this vibe at. I'm seeing two lines I like here. So we'll do both of them. Chubby Ted, you have your 5 chihuahuas. Are they all boys, all girls, or a mix? All right, now I got that. I want to add the neck right here. Or, well, the neck's already there. Let's do a little shape. You know, what I mean is make it look like it's a layer with the neck color. I'm also plotting the return of Sniper Fighters, by the way. We have not gotten to Justice Kingdom 2. That's the series finale. Unlike Warner Brothers, I like finishing storylines. So we have like a few pay-per-views to get through. Battle for the Belts 3. I think that's the... When you see that, you know Snyder Cut Fighters is back, alright? Alright, this one looks like we're going to continue here. Now, I want to do this one. It's coming out kind of nice, huh, guys? Ah, 3 girls, 2 boys. Aw. You guys play first Fist of the North Star? Hold up. Here's the problem with this. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I took my phone to take that call, and it got rid of the image. So I have to try and get it back on. Yep, no kidding, something went wrong. I'll get this back on here. Hopefully you guys all hanging out, having a good time. Let's see, is it working? No! Now this screen doesn't go in. Alright, I'm gonna fix this, okay? BRB. Hey, it worked. Cool. Hey, thank you. So the thing is, my buddy, he called me up, and when the screen switched, it kicked it out. Looks like the battery is running low, so we gotta power this up. I gotta invest in another camera. So I did my taxes early so I could buy some stuff. Yeah, some people go on vacation. I don't go anywhere. I just eat a little bit better for a bit, and that's it. All right, we got juice there. Juice in the computer's good. All right, we're doing good. Thank you for hanging out with me. Having a good night. So, as you can see, I did do more of the hair. And as you can see, the top, because my idea is that her mask will have a strap here, and a strap here, and a strap here, strap under here, going around the head, and then it connects in the back like Vader. So the mask is in the front. Rey Mysterio also has a few masks like this too, which is good because you get breathing room in the head. My mask I'm designing for my new one, and maybe if I can't get in the ring, we'll see how this body does in the ring when I go to wrestling school. It depends how my endurance is and how well I can do that. If I can keep up. I mean, if Jeff Jarrett can, why can't I, right? I don't know if I'll go in matches. I just really want to take classes so I could do it, you know, just for myself to know. And then I don't think I'll do any shows. I don't know. Never say never, right? But I do want to take wrestling schools and get in the ring. I want that. I want to be in that endurance, in that shape. So that's what I'm doing this summer. Getting ready, man. Getting ready. So I guess I'm gonna do more of the collar here. I don't know how the. I haven't really decided if I'm gonna do more of her gear. I don't think so, but we'll try. I'm really good on the mic too, so I'm not worried about mic skills. Christian Disciple, what's up, brother? Haha, thank you. I am going for it. Definitely going for the school. In the ring, I don't know. We'll see. So I'm extenuating her. Wait. What's the word? Extenuating? I'm enhancing her shoulders. Just to give it an idea of strength, even though we're seeing some of her body. This is where Gal Gadot doesn't have. She doesn't have strong shoulders. I like Wonder Woman with strong shoulders, but hey, I still would have rather had Angelina Jolie in that role. I would have bought it. And also, Angelina Jolie looks good and like a woman, not a young woman. Gal Gadot, she does look like a mature woman too, and she's a great Wonder Woman because Zack Snyder is a great director. So for me, I still would have had Angelina Jolie in that role. Preferred her. I still think she should have killed it. The director for Immortals, I don't think was that good though. When we finally got Angelina Jolie in a superhero movie thing, she was just kind of in the background. I was shocked. I'm always shocked about a lot of things. So I'm just following lines I like. Because then we're going to use the other pen to go over these. How you doing, brother? Glad you're here. Anson. We are going to do a Rebel Moon watch party. Just stand by when we drop the date. Definitely make sure you can make it. It's going to be great. I'm going to be going into a lot of things. Because it is the final part. Part 1 I did with Reasons I'm Broke. Love to have him back, but he can pop in whenever he wants. For however long he wants. It's just the timings don't work out. It's hard. That's why I'm very gracious when we do get some. Well, we got more cool watch parties coming. Alright. So now we did that. I want to go in with a thinner pen for the rest of the hair. There we go. Make sure we have some juice in there. See, this ink has a different weight to it, you know? But it helps the eyes and all that texture. And it's okay if it doesn't dry anymore. Because the areas you don't ink in, that could also work for as light. How light hits it. Now we already established light hits eyes from here. So the light that's hitting your character has to be in the same spot. So it's coming in this direction, you know? So whatever we do with the hair, it has to honor it. So maybe hitting here, we do less lines. I'm just talking. Hopefully we could execute what I'm talking about. You never know, man. You never know. But that's what you gotta think. Keep thinking. So some areas I'm not going to touch with the hair. Here though, where the hair collects, there has to be a lot of lines. Since this one's going over it more, I don't think there's going to be much reflection behind here on these ones. This is behind the neck, so I want the neck to pop out, so I'm doing a lot of lines. By the way, I've been thinking about this series of me drawing. I'm definitely going to aim for doing at least 2 of these a week. So just stand by it. As soon as I know I'm going to do one, because it takes a while to do the thumbnail. As soon as, before I make the thumbnail, I'll announce it. Or when I make the thumbnail, it'll be so. So yeah, just watch for my symbol, like Batman. Symbol in the sky, watch my social media on the fly. Let's do some light lines following the hair. I really appreciate comic book stories, you know, when they do 6-parters. Because, you know, or even a graphic novel, you see an artist and a writer and inker. All these people are working together to get a final piece of work of storytelling going. And I appreciate more when it's all the same artist and writer. That's really cool. See, I'm going to honor this little area here with the line work. So I don't do too much, so it looks like some light is hitting it. I don't know, I just picked an area. If it's stupid, I'll just draw over it again. But I do want thin lines going over. Barely. Woo! Now this one, I think I'll have the light source hit around here. Let's do some circles in here, okay? And then we'll see what's good. Okay, this hair behind is going. Actually, I think the light should be hidden here. Are you guys also sick of this background music? I'm getting new one. It's a little too repetitive. Ah, where'd it go? Oh, it's on this side. Let's try this one. I don't know. Gotta wet the kisser. Ah, hydration. I love water. I'm not liking this one. Let's do this one. Yeah, this is. I think we did this before. Cool. I don't know if it's working out with the coloring here, but we're just gonna go with it. At least the audience decide. I'm doing a little crossing. Oh my gosh, I said I don't like it, but for hair it's not too bad because I just did say it does a hairy vibe kind of look. These ones I don't mind because it feels behind the hair. Maybe. I don't know. I'll just curve around here. By the way, everyone like and subscribe to Christian Disciple. He's also bringing awareness to the plight of the Palestinian people and for free Palestine, equal rights for everybody, where they live. Stop targeting and killing civilians and stealing from them. Is that too much to ask? I think not. I like how she's coming out, I don't know. Maybe. All right, that's kind of cool. Maybe, I don't know. So this pen, the thinner pen, I kind of use for the shader. So after the lines are done, I do these little scratches. All right, I think that's okay. The ears still don't match up. I don't know how to save it because I like the shape of what I was drawing for both of them, I guess. Yeah, there's some here for hair. I didn't draw it. I don't want to put there. But, yeah, that's her so far. So, the next part. Where's my other glove? This is the part I want to make sure the ink is dry. Because we need to erase. But some lines I don't want to get rid of, though. like over here. Oops, see that? It bled. The pen bled. Bled again. Dang it. I mean, we can fix that. That's why we have whiteout. Dang it. All right, so now, since I can't find my eraser, so I have this big old box of art stuff. See, it says art. And here, it should be where I hopefully have my eraser. I can't find it anywhere else. I have an eraser here, but that's for my X-Acto knife. For sharpening. Don't want to stab anyone. For my charcoal pens. We have the charcoal pens like this, where you wrap it over. So there's a bunch of my colored pencils. They're Prismacolor. This is my favorite color pencil. It blends very well. This is very, very expensive though. So for other ones, I use just straight up Crayola. No problem. 24 colors is good. You get more options. So either have Crayola or Prismacolor. Oh. No eraser though. I guess we'll have to use that one. Guess I'm going to the store tomorrow. Staples or Office Depot. Or after work on, work day. All right, so now I'm going to start erasing all the pencil work. So all the space inside here is what I'm going to use to either draw in with pencil or colors. We'll see. Missed Collision because of the Rumble. Oh, I know it's hard when you have two shows at once. You just pick whatever you want to watch. But if you have Max, you can watch the replay. Because sometimes I don't get to watch the shows when they're happening. I have to catch the replay because I get home late because I gotta do something, life. How was the Rumble though? Did you like it? Did you have any favorite entrants and participants in the Rumble? Who got the most eliminations in the men's and women's? You can spoil it for me. I don't watch WWE. I watch my friends' channels who do watch WWE, catch up with them when I can. Because I'd like to know how the wrestlers are doing. I love pro wrestling, right? But I still haven't caught up with TNA. I'm behind on TNA. TNA is doing great, especially the women's division. Mustafa Ali is back in TNA. Hell yeah. Collision was freaking fire. I had a great time. Do you hear that sound? It's like a it's like a trumpet dying. What game music would you like me to play? Like I have some background Fortnite music I'm gonna load up on the StreamYard here. Is Cody Rhodes still the champion? I think he is, right? See, what I like about the Rumble or matches where a lot of wrestlers are involved to determine a number one contender, that's just a wonderful, exciting way to promote a storyline or give someone a chance to be part of a storyline to move forward and have a shot at the title. You know? I always like matches like those, events like those. Those are really cool. Okay, here's the part this is a good reason why to start with the eyes first. Gives the ink enough time to dry. Because I hate when I erase the pencil that all of a sudden the ink like smears over the shapes you work so hard to do, you know? I'm getting more confident with the erasing, so I'm getting a little bit more stronger with the gestures. Now, I didn't do anything with the lips because I'm feeling like I want the lips to be shaded by the coloring. Now that I'm saying coloring, we're definitely going to have a coloring session. See, I want to go along the lines that I did just in case there's a smearing thing, because if there's a smearing, at least it'll be in the direction of the line work, you know? I call it line work. Now, artwork where I'm drawing with just pencil for a final product with, or final piece with pencil alone, well, that's a different kind of thing altogether. Like, the shading with pencil is very, very nice. And something to look forward to with when I do those. I might use different kinds of pencils when we get to that. Savage Bat. I was just thinking about Savage Bat. Shout out to Savage Bat. Earlier on, we were talking about people in the Snarka movement. Remembering Mikey Sutton also. I got to know him through Savage Bat and Zodrider. And some shows he's been on, that I've been on or saw. Got to be on one or two with him. Got to talk to the guy for a bit. I never got to know him, but a lot of people loved him. So, loving memory always for those we lost. I'm still shook up with JN. That's probably why I haven't done Snarka Fighters in a while. Because for the longest time, every time I did a Snarka Fighters episode and his character popped up, I would give him love and hope he was all right. Little did I know that he was already gone. That's one of still the hardest thing I'm trying to wrap my mind and heart around. I wish I took him up on the offer to see a movie with him. I just thought I'd have another time, another chance, you know? It's really hard. All we can do is the best we can with the time given, you know? As it says in that movie, Lord of the Rings. Hey, Sean Franklin, rolling through again. What up, man? How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope the family's well, bro. See, now you could erase lines, the more the magic of the lines that stay, the more prominent. Have you seen Royal Rumble today? No, I did not. Sean Franklin, I watched AEW Collision, and then afterwards I was getting ready for this. I don't watch WWE. I haven't watched WWE in 3 years. I haven't seen it in 3 years. But was it good? Someone else popped in the Steve Rambo popped up in the chat. What a name. I'm talking about wrestlers. That's a good wrestling name, by the way. He said he didn't watch Collision, but he saw the Rumble. How was the Rumble? Was it good? Did you like the entrance? The entrance in the Rumble? Entrance. You can tell me who won. I'm not going to watch it, so you can spoil it, no problem. Did you like it, though? Was it fun? Was it fire? There's one Rumble where Brock Lesnar was just first entrant, and he was the champion. And he eliminated a bunch of people. That was kind of funny because that was the first, but it kind of ruined the Royal Rumble magic for me. Because it was kind of like a joke that went on too long, but it really pole vaulted Drew McIntyre's character, because he was the one who eliminated him, and I think Drew McIntyre won that one. I'm not sure, I forgot, but I remember that one. I think that one and the one during COVID where Bianca Belair won the women's one. That was the last time I saw WWE, and that year, that's the only time I ever saw WWE. After that, I was satisfied. I was good. I was like, all right, let's go on to other stuff. I watch AEW and Stardom the most, and then other shows I catch up with is New Japan and CMLL. And I'm always trying to keep track with the indies in my area. So that's the wrestling I keep up with. And if I do have more time, I will venture out to TNA, because TNA is doing some really, really cool stuff with the talent they got. But I haven't been able to check out other stuff either. Not even NWA. I want to check out more GCW. Actually, GCW is fire. Like I watch their matches. I don't follow up, but I watch past matches and current ones if it's somewhere available I can see. GCW goes hard, man. I don't catch up with AAA as much. I don't like their setup with the announcers being heard throughout the arena. I mean, if they still do that, that kind of bugs me all the time. I don't like that. As all of all the systems, a Lucha Libre one is the one, like, as far as annoying shows, like it's not nothing to do with the wrestlers. No, the wrestlers are great, but the show itself, I'm not a fan. I guess last on the totem pole is AAA. Then actually no, I'd rather watch AAA because I've seen Triple Mania more than WrestleManias lately. So I would say AAA is above WWE for me. Oh man, I'm getting this weird headache. I guess I gotta angle this better. Pressing on my neck. All right, I think she's done. There is more inking to get into to strengthen these lines, but I think I'll save that when we color it. But it's coming close to 2 hours, and it is kind of late because I just did some wrestling. And this is close to around the time we ended last time, I think. Oh, I gotta vacuum this place with all this stuff going around. So there she is so far. I mean, it looks like there's more I could erase, but how much fun is it seeing me erase? But what we can do, we can go in and strengthen some of these lines. I'm glad we got Queen Aminata for Dynamite Wednesday, and I'm excited for Wednesday. She's one of my favorite wrestlers. My favorite female wrestlers right now is J-Rod and Queen Aminata, and they had a match in the tournament for Ring of Honor for the Women's Television Championship that Billy Starks ended up winning. I was so glad to see J-Rod and Queen Aminata face off. To me, that's a dream match. Those are my two favorites. Shush. It was excellent. I think I made that one too strong. To the point, I think I have to do with the others. How come my WWE people never tell me much about matches? Were there any good matches at the Rumble too? Not just the Rumble itself? Because I love the Rumble. It's such a cool, fun idea. Rumbles, Battle Royales, I love it. Bring it. Gauntlets. Let's go. I like when I see a lot of wrestlers. Everyone gets to shine. That's cool. All right, we're going to strengthen the lines of her mask. And then we'll call it a stream. And then I'm going to go get some food. It's like I'm always hungry after I try. Maybe if some of us have made this far at the end, I'll show you some of my other work. If not a lot of you are here, you got to go because it's Saturday night and you got some amazing plans. Go have at it, you know. See you next time. I keep doing this stuff, you know. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot. There's a good way to straighten some of these lines too. Viva la lucha. Viva la lucha. You know, I always miss live. I always miss Film Gob. I love that guy. He still drops it. He still makes it. He's still out there. He's still fantastic. He's still great. Yes, Madness of Gob and Film Gob. Leonidas Signs. My boy Stemma. I was doing shout outs earlier. I didn't name everybody. I wish I could. But I'm naming them all when I can in this video. As we're wrapping it up. I like. So, what we are going to do, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap it up right now. And we'll get to coloring her in the next episode. But before we do that, we're going to do some more designs inside the butterfly. I feel like it needs a little bit more. What? I don't know. But I just want to get this done first. I'm going to do the rest of her mask here first and then call it a show. I think that's good. The rest I could do when I get to the rest of the hair. Whew. All right, there she is. Let's take a look at her so far. Kind of like her line work a lot. I think the eye needs a little bit more shading because this goes up more. So I think I'll do that next time. Before we get the colors in, we'll do some final touches up with the ink and then do some colors. But I'm liking her so far. This is nice. And I like the black and white, so I'm probably gonna have to do the line work off camera, and then I'll do a scan, and then we'll do the colors. And so I think sometime in the weekday we'll continue this piece. And yeah, that being said, so yeah, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching me draw. I had a good time here. Shout out to Rambo, Christian Disciple, Sean Franklin, Chubby Teddy Monster, and my boy Zod Rider. I don't think I missed anyone. I apologize. So thank you so much for showing up, guys. Much love to you all. I appreciate you, and you checking out the replay. I appreciate you too as well. Thank you so much for rolling through, and we're gonna do some more of these. So yeah, I had a good time. Thank you for supporting me in the channel, Free Pastime, and I'll catch you next time on the next one we do. So have a good day, good night. Hope you're well. Take care of yourself, be safe, take care of others, be kind, and God bless. I will catch you next time. Let's give the outro that I usually do. And watch out for my co-watch parties coming up. And I'll see you then.